Okay, well, I think it might be a good time to move on to the group stages. I don't know what you guys think, so I think it'll be back to Kurt for Group A and B on that one.
Oh, yes. Group A. It's a very interesting group. Obviously, Group A is always the hosts of the tournament in the Euro or the World Cup, so Russia get their spot. Within them is Cavani and Suarez double team of Uruguay, a team I think will do all right. Egypt with Mohamed Salah, and Saudi Arabia, who one of those teams that unfortunately are going to be dubbed taking part. No fault of their own, just they're not too good, and the teams around them are a bit better than them. Uruguay, I think, will go through. They've got to be favourites for the group. And I think if you look at the records of Cavani and Suarez, well, Cavani this season, 48 appearances, 40 goals and 12 assists. Suarez has got 51 appearances, 31 goals, 18 assists. And, in the back three, Muslera, Godin and Jimenez. So it's sturdy at the front, sturdy at the back. The players in between, there's a bit of a question about. And within that group as well is, Salah's fitness, if he's fit enough to start from the first game. I do feel like Russia's tournament will begin and end in the group stages if Salah isn't fit to start, because he is unfortunately being targeted by players, mentioning no names, Ramos. I do feel like Russia could go through, but Salah is the important factor about whether Russia go through or Egypt go through in that group.
Yeah.
And for Group B, it's a pretty simple one. You've got Portugal, who won the Euros 2 years ago, have Cristiano Ronaldo, among others, on their team, and Spain, who have such a variety of players that could play. You look at their reserve team, or the team that doesn't start the first game, and most of them, I give you my credit, will probably get into the England team if they're English and walk straight in. But for that, they're clear favourites. And if fantasy-wise, Morocco and Iran are rendered a bit useless for their players, so I wouldn't go near them. Isco, to highlight one though, to make an extra point for this group, Isco has been phenomenal for Spain. He's been played all over the park, all different positions. He's scored in every single position he's played, looks brilliant, had a wonderful time at Real Madrid this season, and I do feel like he is definitely one to watch, hence the reason he's in my team. So, I think there's some big players there. Cavani, Suarez, but most importantly, Isco, I do feel like is one to watch.
So that moves us on to Brett, who's discussing groups C and D.
Yeah, just to add to what Kurt was saying, it's interesting really, because he's obviously given us a quick rundown of Group A and B, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking, shit, I haven't got any of these players in my team, So it does make me question
Parent advisory on the swear word there.
Sorry about that. I did look at Uruguay. It's difficult between Suarez and Cavani to pick between them. And like you say, Isco for Spain, he's just gone up a level, hasn't he? The last 2 years, he's just really gone to that next level where he's close to world class, maybe even world class, in my opinion. What's interesting about Group A with Egypt and Mohamed Salah, their first game, the opening game for them, is against Uruguay. So that's arguably the most difficult game. Maybe they can get that one out of the way. Maybe we might see Salah come off the bench. And then for us, in Dream Team, maybe that's time for us to unleash him then, bring him in against Saudi Arabia and Russia, who are, arguably weaker teams. So that'll be interesting to see how much he features in that first game for Egypt.